I went to the international student protests that's going on in Brampton. Here, all the immigrants, temporary residents, post-graduation work permit holders, they are all protesting. Right now, it's raining and the weather is changing. The winter is coming. So let's see how they are managing all this stuff with all the peaceful protests they are doing, and what are the hardships they are facing, and is there anything that they need from the government side, any assistance or anything that we can ask them. So stick with me to this whole video. We're gonna find the truth, we're gonna bring the ground reality outside, and we're gonna see how easy it is for the government to ignore all these immigrants on the roadside, jobless and so miserable. So guys, stick with me and let's go on a journey all together. Thank you. Alright, welcome back guys. So here we are on the ground reality where the students are protesting, the post-graduation work permits holders are protesting, and all the temporary residents here are supporting for the big cause. That why us immigrants has become a big problem, and in the past we were the solution for all the problem. When during the COVID we were putting all the hours, we were the one who were the labor force. They told us in all the videos, in all the interviews, that we need you guys here, we need you. And right now, when all the wars started from Europe, all the wars started from the world, the Ukraine, the US, the Mexico, all the immigrants, when they started coming here in refugee, they are getting the money, a big sum of money from the big government, the big countries. But we are here as our putting our money, they are receiving everything, and they putting all the blame on us. We has become like a soft target because we are temporary resident. We don't have a vote, we don't share the equal rights. That's why they are putting the blame, and in a way that we are the cause of all the economic disturbance. We are the one who are making all the buzz around here. So let's ask one of the guy who's leading this protest here.
Hello.
Yeah.
How are you?
Hey, so Sarabjit,
Yeah.
can you just introduce yourself? Like, from how long you've been doing this protest?
Hello everyone. My name is Sarabjit Singh, and I am a part of the PGWP committee, 2024 and 2025 committee that has been protesting over here, and this encampment is going on from like last 36 days right now. And before that, we have done the meetings with MPs and MPPs, and we have also tried to lobby the community in our support. And but when there was no solution, so we came on a permanent protest. So yeah, that's how it's going right now.
All right. So I have a question regarding all the news that coming out of the racist society, you will say, or the racism fire that I've been seeing around that has developed among the Canadians. So what are the views of you, like how it is affecting us right now?
Actually, before this hesitation, there was like no such thing. Like I never experienced any kind of racism over here in Canada, and I would say like not even my colleagues and my fellow protesters ever experienced before. But once the Mr. Mark Miller gave the statement that the international students are the responsible for the housing crisis, that was the time when this hate and racism start to boom up. I understand this. Once they will come here, listen to us, right? And they have listened the other side of the story, but they haven't listened our side of the story. And I think if they will come over here and listen our side also, and then they could decide whether we are right or wrong.
The one who are, we can call the racist, they are telling in the interviews on the YouTube stuff that we are the one who are coming here unskilled. We neither have the skills, we neither have the education, nor have the mindset to learn new skills. What are your views on that?
Actually, that's completely absurd. I'm a CNC machinist, and I'm also a mechanical engineer. I have done my bachelor's in mechanical engineering from back home, and I also got my engineering training license over here in Ontario. So I think it's completely absurd saying that they are not skilled.
The follow-up question, just with this topic right now, we are discussing about the skilled, unskilled, the education, and the attitude of learning. So the thing is, the students who are studying here and the workers who are working, they are trying to get the PR on an easy pathway. Are you supportive of that, or are you saying are you in support of like a fair PR pathway that you gain the skills, you get the points, and on a like a desired or on a bar, when you touch it, then you are able to get the permanent residency? Are you in support of that, or you just or in other words that it should be lenient or for everyone?
The thing is, right now we are not protesting for the direct PR. We are protesting for the fair chance because the government.
That I would want to highlight here, and this is a must question that I think I must ask to everyone, that in this state right now, when the rules suddenly flipped, it's completely opposite, like against the students, like the way they change, like the students who are in business studies, the students who are in just 1 year diplomas program, they completely told us that we're not gonna be following on those students, we're not gonna give them the pathway. They are stayed out of study, need to go back home. So this is a one condition that they are facing, and because of this, they are going through depression, they're going through the anxiety, and some of them, I've been listening to so bad news that I don't even want to say it in words, that they are going back home unalive.
Yeah, this is the situation right now, and definitely it's anti-humanitarian act of the government right now, if we could see, like, and it's affecting the people's mental peace right now, because most of the international students who came here, they sold their families savings, like their lands and everything, to come here for a better future, because that's how the government of Canada promoted the study stream in the Asian countries, that it's a pathway to permanent residency. And once they came here, now government is changing the rule in the middle of the game, right? Because once we completed our experience and we were eligible for the permanent residency, at that time they said, oh no, now we're gonna change the rule, you have to play again. So these are the things that we are facing right now, and a lot of people are committing suicide right now. We are getting a lot of cases because of the stress and the anxiety right now, because of the sudden change in the rule, because they have put their money, their valuable time, right, their skills, everything in this economy, and right now it feels like home, right? Once you have like spent 5 to 6 years in a country, you feel like it's your home right now, right? And also you have a hope that you're gonna get the permanent residency one day, right? That's how they promoted the pathway, like you come here on the study visa, you work here, you work and explore, and then you stay here permanently, right?
What would be the last message that you would give to the audience, so they would support you and wouldn't believe on the CNC news and the racism, the way the people are trying to portray our image to the society, that we are the one who are the problem, we were the one who were the problem? So what were the message to the audience?
I would just say one thing: you have listened to the other side of the story. Once listen to our side of the story, come here, talk to us. If you still feel like we are the one for responsible for the housing crisis and the job crisis, you are you can condemn us in any way. We will not have any problem with that. But once you have to come here, listen to our part of the story, and then decide whether we are right and we are doing this protest for our rights or not, or it's the government who is right. So it's up to you. Just give us a chance to explain ourselves. Come here, listen to us. If you feel like we are not right, you are free to condemn us. Thank you very much.
So guys, you heard the story from Sarabjit, and the way he expressed his emotions, the way he expressed everything, the ground reality check, and I believe so it should open your eyes. I believe so that you guys would understand that how much as an international students, how much as post-graduation work permit holder, we had put too much work in this society, in this economy. We suffered so much because of all this, and we are still giving our best and keeping the food on the Canadian table, the Canadian houses, and supporting our family with all together. So stick with the protest. Let's see where it's gonna lead us, and then we will see. The truth gonna come out one day, and because the truth never can be hidden, that we already found that the truth always gonna come out. Thank you.